for kind of being a weakness, and it's going to be that hero pool. So I think I just might give the edge here to Team DogChamp. Just like I like the support duo quite a bit, especially against teams that are going to want to be, you know, playing a little bit more aggressively, like this Puck jaunting in, LC Blink perhaps at some stage being online, and of course the Spirit Breaker with his little-known ability called Charge of Darkness. Lots of heroes looking to be jumped in, lots of stuns to interrupt, lots of great team fight. I like this DogChamp lineup.
Yeah, same. I think this is not the easiest game for the Spirit Breaker. They have multiple ways of interrupting him, of course, in his charge, and quickly killing him off. One of the things that I definitely do like the most is the Magnus Shockwave to interrupt the charge, which is very easy to hit, of course, because it's a massive wave and it doesn't really count as a stun, but still it completely stops him dead in his tracks, slows him down, and at that point he's a sitting duck on the Bara. So always a very nasty to play against a Magnus.
And we go then at the horn. A little bit of action top.
Not much going on. They're not going to risk walking out. And a 2-for-2 trade. Unsurprisingly, of course, there's a lot on line for these two teams. It is a winner of this best of 3 advances on towards Division 1. And that's definitely a lot to play for. Plus, they get $1,000 extra, which is also nice.
Yeah. I think the real prize, of course, is going to be that ticket to Division 1. But hey, $1,000, and who knows, maybe buy yourself a new mouse. Not bad. Pay for a couple extra months of your favorite streaming service. Also, not bad. You know, 500 or 200 bucks for each member, as Iron Islet actually gets the first deny. Oh, and Rayleigh Lisa, that's a little bit brutal. Not like, you know, too game-changing, but there's going to be a small level advantage here for Annihilate, which means he's going to have this phase shift up. If Rayleigh Lisa tries to throw the dagger, it's a pretty easy dodge here for Annihilate now. There's the level advantage we're talking about, with even creeps being killed. So another pretty easy wave for Annihilate. I love watching mid lanes. These guys are like, my goodness, there it is. Yeah, see, that's the phase shift. That's the difference being made there. Avoids a little bit of damage. 2 waves almost perfect there for Annihilate. Very nicely done.
Yeah, Rayleigh Lisa probably not even going to level Shadow Strike, considering you'll never hit it on the puck. If the puck plays it correctly, and it gets you a better farming tool in that regard. Plus, if you go ganking at the moment you hit level 6, you blink in, Sonic Wave plus Cream of Bane max level, and pretty much anyone on the enemy team gets 1 shot.
Yeah, not a lot of tanky heroes to be able to deal with that. Two of the tankier supports, especially Brawling, as looks like Stoked has decided to go ahead and pull the wave. Stand-in, I believe, for this match. Charge.
Playing the best here in the game.
Yeah, true. Quick charge. The LC is more focused on trying to secure the CS. A couple more bashes here, though, he might be interested in joining, but for now, just chilling.
Quickly getting dragged back. Stonebank's gonna let them fight behind the tower. Same thing with the LC MMR tourist on the other side. He's just gonna keep the creeps there. So, well, they can both farm in completely different directions, while Stoked, I guess, is just gonna try and harass Stonebank as much as possible. This is a very weird 4-lane setup, pretty much. 2 in the top.
Yeah. Also, quite curiously, Spirit Breaker and LC have tagged themselves out. Yeah, but not necessarily a trade that Spirit Breaker's going to be too happy to be into. LC, of course, doesn't really mind laning versus the Jakiro, because anytime he applies a DOT to you, you simply dispel it. As there's Scream of Pain avoided mid lane by Annihilate. There's the casual point as well into the dagger, as First Blood is down bottom. Warden with the Brain Sap. He's got the range and the kill onto Yaren. Nice 300 gold bounty over for the Bane.
It's always nice to get it on your 5 position supports. I mean, look at his inventory right now on the Bane. It is only regen plus a magic stick, which pretty much can be counted as regen as well. Make sure that Dad has a solid lane. Though, to be fair, the Gyro is kind of struggling in the lane at the moment. So really does want to catch up in that regard. But yeah, it is a gyrocopter. You get that flat cannon, which is just very nasty to farm up quickly immediately afterwards. And he's looking to just go for a Dragonlance. Yeah, the Dragonlance axe build. So we did talk about it in the series yesterday about the different builds in gyrocopter. Well, this is the Dragonlance axe build. That's also a fan favorite.
Yeah, tried and true classic, I'd argue. Dad. This is the one, that's why I was a little bit surprised to see the casual Crystallis yesterday. But, you know, because this is kind of what I've been seeing mostly all season. By the way, just an interesting tidbit. You know, I don't always watch the mid lane, but quite interestingly enough, Quamp Puck, there's only been one deny in this lane so far, and it was the very first range creep for Annihilate. So far, everyone being Annihilate and Ray Lalisa, kind of just focused on getting their CS in. Just a little interesting. Am I about to Caster's Curse it? It doesn't look like it.
Not just yet. Also, two heroes that definitely easily kill off the small camp every single time in 2 spells.
Yep.
So normally you tend to see those counter-warded by the supports at the start, but look at the amount of wards in that mid lane. Still on the dire side, 2 obses and 2 sentries. Of course, 1 ob's about to disappear. But that's a heavy commitment on Ray Lalisa not being able to get charged by the Bara this game.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's also a bit of, you know, lots of mobility in this mid laners. Queen of Pain especially, you're going to expect at least a point and blink pretty early, if not by now. Well, at level 2, right? Where sometimes you see Quaps go for like a 2-0-3-1 build at level 6. Not too out of the ordinary, especially in lanes where they don't really have much to fear, especially because the hero is pretty bonkers if you can land the Shadow Strike. This is not one of those lanes. There's the denies. Now they're popping off mid. But, I mean, they're not really popping off, but...
I mean, look at Luki on the other side. Just 10 denies currently.
Yeah, it's killing it. I mean, so much base damage, especially over the Gyro. Gyro's 69 base damage, which is pretty nice, but it's not much compared to the, what is that, 87 right now on the mag. Yeah.
I mean, this is 69 with a decent amount of agility added on top.
Okay, bottom, or at least for the bottom power rune anyway. The Warden's being chased.
Oh. Mid charge coming out. Sonic Wave gets blown. Dream Coil gets thrown out. Both of the Dire heroes dropping a little bit low. But the Quap can blink away in a second. Ray Lalisa does manage to disengage. Jared not going to be so lucky though. Actually, Ray Lalisa had to be a little bit careful if the puck wanted to chase further. But it is going to be rather a trade between the 5 position, well, 4 or 5 positions.
Yeah, down bottom, Dad is going to be skewered underneath the tier 1 tower. The homing missile is through. Oh, just enough regen, but only about 10 HP. Power Tread's making the difference there. And a nice Nightmare save.
So close. That is next level triggering right there. You know, you see your opponent underneath the tower taking a gazillion amount of damage, and then just very barely walks away. He gets saved in the end as well by the Bane, because if he was not there, that would have 100% been a kill. Yeah. And
Power Treads, man.
That is
good item. Got a tread swap. Don't forget. Can they actually kill him here?
Looky. That homing missile gonna be nasty. Being chased down. We'll be able to stay alive though, because of course it's only level 1. But there's a charge. And he just used the shockwave, but there's Yaren. The supports are doing the work to keep everybody alive.
Yeah, indeed. That does leave Sunlight alone top lane. But honestly, he's done a pretty decent job as well. If Luki's pretty impressive with his 34 and 10, Sunlight's not too far behind here, especially because the Bara's been out of lane a little bit longer. Of course, naturally, you can't really, you know, you can lead a bull to lane, but you can't force him to drink. And he's going to get his ward denied and simply TP away. Goodbye. Okay.
Well, that's the life of a Bara. You're back in base. Oh, I can just charge to a lane. And, you know, it's not really that much of a necessity at the moment. Be as big of a nuisance as possible, but currently it is both mid laners at the top of the board, then the 2 safe laners, then 2 off laners. Unsurprisingly, everyone just having a reasonable time. Off lane is struggling a little bit, but a Magnus does farm slightly faster most of the time. Doesn't max level in power though, so that's the only downside if he wants to try and quickly catch up in the jungle.
Sunlight top. He's going to be fine. They missed the ice path. It looks like they're bringing the supports mid lane again. I'd like to actually see Annihilate, rotate somewhere with this Arcane Rune. You know, the last ulti barrage from the mid lane was Sonic Wave for, what was it, the Bane or something? And then a Coil just for the Lion. So they drew just about even. But I'd expect the Puck to have maybe a little bit of some nice lanes to gank. Then again, both side laners are incredibly tanky. So maybe Puck is the easier kill now that I actually take a look at it. But Quap, of course, having a little bit more luxury of choice when she decides where and when to gank. This Arcane Rune now active, and they will be heading bot lane, so Luki's going to be the target with the charge incoming. He might not be ready for this.
Yeah, and from behind, Annihilate's got that Dream Coil. However, they're rotating a little bit early. The charge miles away, gets the RP onto Warden. The rest of the Dire trying to TP in. Luki is going to get taken now. Warden drops low. Bloody 9 on the run, chased by Annihilate. Sonic Wave comes out. Dad in trouble. That's a big problem. But the save from MMR Tourist, making sure the dot won't take any further. It's going to be still a kill for Lisa. Getting dueled in the process. Has a blink to disengage.
Ooh.
Very lengthy fight. A couple of kills happening. But in the end, it does look very favorable for the side of DogChamp.
Yeah, especially because, well, not only do they only lose Luki, but all 5 heroes are there for KBU, including Sunlight, who I thought was going to clean up there with that last Illuminati, but because he lanes versus Jakiro, he's more incentivized to max press the attack, so 1-3-2 build for him currently. Decent charge in, but basically the big difference maker there is the Puck gets caught by a simple Earth Spike. I think it was at least an Earth Spike. Could have been Hex into Earth Spike. But I only caught that Earth Spike. And of course, that's when the Chain Stun I was talking about in the draft played into effect. Jakiro follows up easily with the Ice Path, and then everyone else has the damage necessary. But 5v4 fight going the way of DogChamp already early, as they push their advantage naturally defending underneath that tier 1 tower. Very well played.
It's done with the Dragonlance. He's just going to try and get some farm going. Does he have some stacks? Yeah, decent ancient stack to be taken, which of course is one big plus on his side. The DogChamp, they do have one big camp to be cleared out as well. If Luki ever levels his empower to the max, or you could give that one to, of course, the Wraith King easily. Speaking of which, he already rotated bottom, trying to push out the tier 1 tower. The strongest pusher on the side of DogChamp, so those skeletons should be able to do a decent amount of damage to get rid of the tower, while a catch comes in onto a Warden, Bane. Pretty much what you can expect for the rest of this game if you're Bane. Like, if anyone sees you, you're dead.
Yep. And this is why I called out the fact that Sunlight decides to TP bottom and fight there. He's just not really active pushing top. The Puck is here. Annihilate able to clear waves, if not just as faster than an LC. But now they're starting to get some chip damage onto the tower after they already lost the tier 1. So DogChamp could very reasonably TP bodies up top lane and defend, especially because they have RP. They've got Sonic Wave both ready to go. And Stonebank can just continue farming, you know, peacefully. Doesn't even have a point in the ultimate. Has a point saved, of course, being a very responsible Wraith King. But he's almost ready to fight even, with this Armlet online and the Desolator quickly approaching completion.
Pretty solid start so far. Both cores on the side of DogChamp haven't really... Well, Rayleigh has 3 kills, which is, of course, absolutely amazing. And Stonebank hasn't even been part of any engagement so far. He's just AFK farming, and it's scary if a Wraith King gets a decent farm, because he can mow down buildings, and of course, very crucially, Roche very early on, the moment he gets that Deso finished.
Yeah, now mid tower is being sieged, so DogChamp instead will save their ultimates to fight for mid. Warden does have himself a Fiend's Grip at the ready. Stonebank again with the point in the ulti ready to be leveled.
Fiend's Grip on the Jakiro. It gets interrupted though, the skewer. Luki tries to disengage, but a nice Nether Strike holds him in place. Stonebank, of course, did level himself the Reincarnation right now. Will be able to fall back, but yeah, that charge coming through, denying the skewer RP play from the Magnus. It's going to cost him dearly, and probably the tier 1 tower towards mid.
I love this cheeky, just casually Nightmare the Wraith King. It'll deal like 400 damage to him because of Armlets online. Yeah, not bad. Full 7-second Nightmare, just has to eat it.
Well, mid tier 1 gets taken out. Annihilate doesn't really have the damage once infused raindrops are picked up on his opponents, which is pretty much the bane of every puck.
Yeah, especially when you go for this Witchblade build, it's always really annoying because, of course, it's going to help against the projectile dot. Can be not too fun. And that's a crucial win there for KBU. Not only kind of defending the tower, but picking off the enemy tier 1. DogChamp are actually going to decide to split up now. They're not looking to press the advantage. Coil and Fiend's Grip both down, but Coil back up in 10 seconds. I guess Stonebank here would just rather continue farming with that Empower active. But that's a lot of time, I was going to say, for the Gyrocopter to almost has a full Ag Scepter already online. And in fact, I think does, now that he's disassembled the Dragonlance, he's ready to go. So his farm is going to continue accelerating now over Stonebank. Quite crucially, he's not still yet ready to fight. Stonebank with Deso is going to be, even though, again, they've got very similar net worth, Stonebank is easily able to kick his butt right now. So don't let that fool you, but this has got more to do here with about the next 15 to 20 minutes when Gyrocopter will be able to take a fight like this.
Makes him quite a decent amount more tanky, and he is top net worth. I mean, those big stacks that he got in the jungle definitely helped him spike up all the way towards the top. And there's even a smoke rotation from KBU coming through. Bloody 9 charged up. There's a blink available on the LC as well, if they find a good catch. But you really got to be careful with the amount of team fight on DogChamps. And you can't willy-nilly walk through.
Yeah,
they will be able to completely destroy you.
Really curious time for DogChamp to have smoke going, because Luki was like only 100 gold away from his Blink Dagger. It's still actually being fetched as they smoke a second time. This could be a big moment here for DogChamp. But they've scouted the Blink.
They need that surprise.
Yep, now they know.
Pots him out, but there's the jump coming through. Charge in, Luki being held out of the fight. Nice Sonic Wave, pushes everyone back. A duel comes out onto the line, make sure he doesn't get the finger off. But Rayla, he's dropping low, gets the homing missile on towards him. He's gonna get taken out. Big RP play by Luki. However, the damage, they're lacking the damage at the moment on DogChamp. And Stonebank's trying to pump as much as he can. He'll be able to probably take down the LC. Dad's gonna be the next target. It's very tanky, but Stonebank does do a decent amount of damage. Blocked by his own skeletons in the process, but should still be the kill onto the Gyrocopter? Question mark. Bloody Knight's actually going to get taken down. Stonebank needs to be careful. TP coming out from the Bara. Stonebank's on the run. And Stoked is going to get the charge connection. Everyone's rotating through as well. The line's trying to help Stonebank, but in the process, the Wraith King is going to get taken down.
Yard
coming up. Big.
Run! Yard, you're too late. You didn't pick up the DD rune. Oh, no. That's going to be Yaren probably dying twice in this fight then. The Quap does escape the once. Hold on, are we really still fighting? There's a casual 3-man stun from Yaren. How the heck did he... That must have been just lag reduction. I'm sure he did turn around. A nice skewer from Luki into the blink back, and Yaren actually makes it out alive. But the same could not be said for his Wraith King, nor is Jakiro. Unfortunately, that fight recap only going to be showing that last bit of engagement. I'll pull up a replay here, and we can kind of see how that fight ended up going.
That Wraith King without, like, the damage that the Gyrocopter can soak was absolutely nuts. Dad just walked away, and that side gunner kept on ticking away. Turns around with one flak cannon and takes down the Jakiro. And the Wraith King just nowhere near enough damage.
Actually, everyone ends up dying in that fight. Now that I'm going through and cutting through here. Yeah, Wraith King just couldn't stay on top of him for a long enough time. Once that last TP is coming in, they get a little bit too spooked as there's going to be a blink duel. Sunlight now with, I believe, 20 damage. No, just the 10. That's his first duel victory. Warden, still alive. He's got Brain Sap. Oh, but of course, no chance to use it. Rayla Lisa's going to jump in and get that kill. Taking a look at that fight, though.
I mean, it was a solid Sonic Wave. It was a very good RP. The problem was they weren't combined, and the Wraith King was at both sides. He joined the fight way too late. He couldn't help out his teammates and deal the damage. I think they were desperately lacking there.
That's true. The coil actually allows Dad to get out at least all of his flak cannon procs onto just about everyone. That's the first life down on Wraith King, as they will be fighting here, actually. Careful. Big charge.
Big charge. RP coming through. Holds that in place. Stewart back. Do they finally get the kill? Yes, they do, but they're losing so much HP. Fiend's Grip immediately gets cancelled. Warden taken down, chasing onto Stoked. And Ray Lalisa trying to hunt for the Bara, but the Bara can just charge to the side. And that's exactly what they'll do. But in from behind, Annihilate comes through. Duel onto Lukey. That puts the LC in a very tough spot. Annihilate, same problem right now. Dropping low, looking for Lukey. But yeah, he has to choose between two evils and, well, both are still evils.
Yeah, pick your poison there for him. Didn't really have anywhere to go. Nice fight breaking out. Everyone just kind of lining up for these big abilities, huh? Like 3 people on the ice path, 4 people caught by the charge. A little bit incredible.
Then a one person RP. That was the only downside there, but yeah, it really does show DogChamp's team fight is definitely not nothing to scoff at if you're KB. You really need to be careful. The fact that Gyrocopter survived a 1v1 against the Wraith game was pretty exceptional, but it doesn't mean that you can do it every single time.
Yeah, and LC with this Blink Dagger only right now is kind of just this Blink Initiation lockdown. Not really bringing you a whole lot of aura. This Dispel is still quite powerful, potentially, as Sunlight. Oh, okay, he's going to go for another duel. They've got the Vision with the charge on in, and in fact, Stonebank is going to get the heck out of here. Not like his chances of living. That is at least going to be a level 2 victory, so tripling his damage here is going to be Sunlight after that one. And, okay, as I said, there's no way they can do Roche. They can't smoke and fight.
Charging in, very aggressive from the Spirit Breaker. Their ultis are still not up just yet, but they are getting very close. Lukey, 15 seconds for his RP. The Sonic Wave in 30. So they really, on DogChamp's side, want to wait a little bit longer before they take an engagement, though it did cost them a buyback on the Jakiro.
Yeah, luckily those are pretty cheap these days. I mean, with only brown boots and a fluffy hat, basically magic wand, this buyback's about 400 gold. Not too bad. Blink out from Sunlight. Pretty second time he's been able to pull that one off. And he's still trying to farm up this Blade Mail. That'll help him a bit. But of course, you got a couple of heroes that are not going to mind dealing all this damage to him. Jakiro, especially quite tanky, does a lot of damage from afar. Quap with her abilities will actually be a little bit less likely to throw them all at the hero. But, you know, I still think, I don't know if that's going to really make all that big of a difference here. Kind of the problem with the LCs when you go for this first item Blink is makes your second item feel a lot worse if your early duels aren't amazing. Annihilate is just dead. Oh.
Well, the Fiend's Grip coming out from Warden, trying to keep his puck alive, and that is exactly the case. Warden will get blown up afterwards. Ray Lalisa still chasing for the puck, and there's Stoneman coming in on the other side, saying hello, goodbye. See you guys next time. Charge coming in aggressively. RP getting used in the meantime onto MMR Tourist, but Ray Lalisa will get taken down by a Mad Cow charging through. The LC will be dragged back though. Stonebank should be able to finish it off and walk in towards the pit with that Deso. Hyperstone. Roche does die significantly fast for the side of DogChamp. The only downside is, of course, that the Quap is not there to pick up the Aegis.
Yep. I really like the way that Lukey's playing this game, though. I think he's not afraid to just throw out this RP onto 1 or 2 heroes. I mean, that's going to be an LC dead for an additional 20 seconds. Puck is going to be up quite soon, but you've got really no fears because even though they've got a tier 1 tower, there's going to be no press the attack. You've got yourself a Jakiro. So not having the LC here is really going to prevent him from really doing anything. And plus the TP's not even going to be fast enough there for my Annihilate. Great little fight, turning that one around after you lose the duel. Buy back, of course, on Bloody 9, coming in handy. And just a little bit of over-aggression there, potentially, for my Annihilate. So he was trying to maybe get a bit too fancy with how aggressive he was playing. Does end up getting caught. Again, they've got plenty of chain stuns from him. And forcing out a Fiend's Grip, you know, in an otherwise in a situation where you're just not able to really capitalize on it is not going to feel good, because that Fiend's Grip's a great way of kiting out this Wraith King, a great way of punishing an aggressive Blink from this Queen of Pain. And well, you're not going to have that tool here. And with 3 lives now and probably all the confidence in the world, is going to be Mr. Stonebank. D-Rune to back him up. Ooh, he's feeling good.
Oh, smoke got broken, but the Blink v Blink action keeps DogChamp for the time being alive and well. Currently, the Spirit Breaker has overtaken the LC as well in net worth, so they pretty much just swapped. It's a 4-position LC, and it's an off-lane Bada, which, well, it's actually not too wild. I mean, the 4-position Legion Commander, not so much, but off-lane Bada, yeah, sure. I mean, he's got that Shadow Blades going for the BKB next. Kind of what you could expect.
Yeah, and a big problem, or why we're seeing this, is because Sunlight didn't really have a great lane in terms of conditioning his build for a farming build. LC just doesn't really farm that fast when you end up having to max press the attack first. You know, big surprise, right? Yeah, you don't take a lot of damage from the Jakiro, and you get rid of a lot of things here, which is why he does decide to max it. Oh my god, that blink from Yaren. They actually get him. They actually get him with Ice Path.
Ice Path on top. Sonic Wave as well. Double kill to be picked up. 2 cores down for the count. And, well, the Gyrocopter is actually pretty solidly farmed, but how much can he do all alone? Because his cores keep on dying. That's the 5th death on the puck. Did mention, of course, that they have a lot of lockdown, but 5 deaths on a puck, that is, that's definitely not what you're looking for on the side of KBU.
Yeah, his Gyro's pretty big. He's got a Chrysalis now on top of his Satanic and Ag Scepter. He's rebought the Ogre Axe to reassemble that Dragon Lance, so that extra attack range is going to be very nice. But until he gets this Eye of Scotty online, I don't think they can actually, stop this from happening. The Nightmare, though, is at least pretty useful at stopping this from happening. This homing missile is going to be sent after Stonebank.
Seems there might be some echo going on again.
What?
I heard stuffs. Yep. Chat saying that there's some echo, so I don't know how, I don't know what, I don't know why. Maybe it was in the replay.
Okay, that's curious. Oh, you know what? It would have been in the replay. Yep, good call.
Okay, then. Well, then we know exactly where the problem lies.
Yep,
so,
there it is. It's fixed now. Thanks for letting me know. I was about to say, that's why I was like shocked. I was like, there's no way. I definitely did it right this time. And there we go. And now there's definitely going to be no replay. There is, however, a 5-man smoke gang coming. DogChamp sweeping across the map. There's another DD rune. They're not going to scout in that river. Maybe that's going to allow KBU to take this fight, but they're already in.
Oh, they are going to get aggressive. Charge comes deep. Sonic Wave blowing up, though. Warden taken out, but there's the duel immediately onto the pop. Rayla Lisa being held in place. The puck, a lot of damage coming out. Looking nice. Skewer into the macro fire. They're doing a lot of damage. So much live. He's trying to find every target possible. He's the one with the Aegis, of course, so he has 3 lives, essentially. Buyback from the line to rejoin, but they can't kill off Stonebank another 2 times here, so they're gonna bail out. But all in all, a very favorable fight there by KBU, dragging it out completely. And a lot of spells close to each other, but just not the full connection. Plus that duel on Ray Lalisa holding him out of the fight, that was crucial.
Yeah,
from the LC.
I think, although I've commended Lukey for his, you know, fearlessness to just land a 1-man RP, I think this time the team needed a little bit of a bigger one, because he does at least stun the Bane, but that's about it. I think Bane was just going to die to all that AoE damage, because Bane was forced in a really awkward position, so he wasn't going to be able to get off a good Fiend's Grip, and everyone else is just immediately explodes. The Gyro does barely end up dying there. I thought he was going to actually live through it because he's got Paladin Sword and that Satanic active, but couldn't get off enough attacks as Aegis is reclaimed there by Stonebank, just as Reincarnation is coming back online. And now they're going to see this DD rune, and DogChamp are going to go, oh man, woulda, shoulda, coulda. We could have had this when we went back up into the triangle, but still not all is lost. Stonebank is still very easily clearing about 2k gold over the Gyro.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gyro, who by the way is very quickly now closing in towards the BKB, and is actually going to go ahead and go for some casual evasion with the Elven Tunic. Attack speed as well goes a long way towards helping you get out your flak cannon attacks. No such BKB for I Annihilate. Instead, however, he's going to decide after the Blink and Witchblade build into the Aeon Disc. So that's going to be very nice. That hard dispel versus a lion that status resist as well. It's going to make the chain stuns a lot more difficult in case it wasn't already. Because on top of this Blink Dagger and Blade Mail LC, Sunlight now after that fight has pressed the attack, ready to go. That Shard, pardon me, so the magic immunity on that upgrade. Gonna go a long way towards making these spells a lot harder to connect. I'm liking KBU's, pardon me, chances a bit more as this game goes on, but I would say until Eye of Scotty is online here for the Gyro, and Dad, who now has BKB finished and still is trying to finish up the Daedalus, or the Daedalus, at least for him, I still like DogChamp's odds a little bit more when it comes to these fights, just because Wraith King is going to be a little bit too difficult to kite out.
It's Wraith King also has, of course, the Empower buff plus the Cleave talent now, so he does hurt a lot if you group them up. It's really essential that Luki gets a decent RP, or at least, you know, more than one enemy in the RP when you're going for a big team fight, because that is a way to easily take the team fight. I mean, I'm saying easily, but of course KBU aren't gonna give him the chance for that. But there is definitely that big threat that you really need to abuse in that fact. The problem is, like, you kind of need to put the Wraith King in front to be the distraction so that you could get the good RP, but Wraith King, even though he is fairly tanky, you don't want to lose the Wraith King's first life immediately.
No, but I mean, if it does, I don't know. Oh, hold that thought. I mean, this is going to be Aeon Disc at least getting procced once. Not bad, of course, now that it's cooldown based. There's the Aeon Disc getting procced. He needs to get out of here, actually. Or maybe not.
Oh, Sonic Wave, Annihilate in the trees, trying to disengage. The finger onto the Barat will be taken down. But Annihilate, ooh, Ray Larissa very close. Won't be able to spot him out just yet. However, ooh, both sides very close in trying to encounter
Wait,
each other.
Stonebank's coming with another DD rune. They're going to fight.
Oh, yeah, he's got that blink as well. Silver Edge completely finished. The Warden right next to him, but through the trees he runs. The blink on blink action, but MMR Tourist is out of there, and the fight does not continue. But currently the net worth is growing on the side of DogChamp while all of those shenanigans are going through. And Roche is up in a second.
It's true. Dad just bought something, didn't he? Where'd he buy? Why has he got no gold? KB. Where is his gold gone?
I don't think he bought anything.
I guess not. Oh, Stonebank just murdered one of his supports.
Stonebank. Jump in, Skewer trying to get the RP, but the signs from Annihilate interrupting it. In the meantime, Stonebank is going for the 1v1, but Luki can't get himself the RP because it gets interrupted or he gets taken down in the process. Stonebank, though, still going ham. He does so much damage, chasing after all of the KBU players. Dad, a 1v1 fight against the Wraith King, that is definitely not what you want right now. Oh my lord, Stonebank just absolutely destroys him. And that was a nasty Wraith King. The Empower, attack damage increase and everything. He just went absolutely ham.
Yeah,
Look
man.
at that damage, 11k.
Man did 11k of damage in that fight. Yeah, he was not messing around in that engagement. That was the fight he was really wanting top lane. They denied it of him. He goes back there to get it. Yeah, I was looking at his debuff bar, and I went, wait a second. Why is there an enemy AC nearby? Oh, Bane is dead. Okay. Yeah, nice job for Stonebank to blow this game wide open, and that's kind of why I like the chances of DogChamp a bit more. Stonebank's just kind of at his power peak right now. He's got basically, well, realistically, I'd say 2 items that kind of buff this a little bit more. One being the Swift Blink upgrade. He's also got BKB queued up. Wouldn't mind just seeing the Swift Blink, to be quite honest with you. But, I mean, just like that, 2 lanes of barracks already basically deleted. Yes, the range creeps are still not going to be spawning in supers, but, you know, who cares? You got the 2 lanes of the megas. Or, sorry, you got the 2 lanes of the melees, is what I meant to say, the other M word. Now you're set up for second Roche as well. There's a ward behind the pit for KBU. DogChamp are very unlikely to scout this. We'll see how big of a difference it will make. The KBU are going to have to smoke out and go for it. Tier 2 tower is up as the Gyro now respawns, but this Roche is going down way too fast.
Trying to mow it down. Charge through, though. BKB used as well. Stoked, he's trying to play as much of a distraction. The Yule's actually keeping him out from his Nether Strike. Stonebank trying to punch targets here, is going to get dueled in the process, but he wins the duel. Thank you very much. RP getting used. Wraith King's first life is gone, but he's going to be back alive again, looking for the fight against Dad. Will be able to, of course, chase down the Gyrocopter for the most part, especially considering his entire team is still alive. And Dad, Gyrocopter, nothing you can do when you get absolutely mowed down. But yeah, that dueling the Wraith King there is also not really gonna do you any good.
Yeah, and that's almost certainly GG right there. They're going to tip Dad. He doesn't have buyback. They can kind of just run it down mid and look to end the game. They've already got creeps really starting to push. They're going to basically finish with their own. I mean, to be fair, that ward did end up making a difference because it gave the Spirit Breaker the vision for the charge on in. Unfortunately, even though you've got the vision, it wasn't 2020 for them because they are going to still lose that fight pretty poorly. We'll come back here because it looks like DogChamp are going to look to try and force the end out of this game. No Dad for 50 seconds. Again, KBU holds. That charge is ridiculous.
It's gonna be pretty tough. But Stonebank's pushing forward. Jewel on the back line, trying to control up Lukey, but that's just going to be another duel victory for the side of DogChamp. And Stonebank just there to one-shot everyone that he can get his hands on. I annihilate, boom, dead, one shot. Look for more. Stoked on the run. Trying to keep the distraction going, but the GG gets called and KBU get, well, annihilated by this absolutely nutty Wraith King. Just going on a one-shot tear.
Yeah, Wraith King, a much faster hero than I think a lot of people give him credit for these days. And he's boosted even further, of course, by these buffing lineups. I think Lukey played a great game as well on the Magnus. He's now 100% win rate on the Magnus. Perhaps people are going to stop banning the Pango and start banning this hero instead. Of course, only joking, but an incredible game from DogChamp. They secure that top lane pretty easily.